everyone. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. I am Rich. This is Six String Fun. Get into one that I think everyone's kind of heard at one point or another lately, with the new show on Netflix with Wednesday and the Addams Family. So, song called Goo Goo Muck by the Cramps. I don't know much about them. I kind of know of them just from knowing about them from years ago. Kind of started off in the early 70s out in California, worked their way out to New York, and I think 76 or 77 is when they kind of really started playing the punk scene, CBGBs, that sort of thing in New York City. And I think they kind of rode that all the way until maybe the mid-2000s, if I kind of remember correctly. But, again, people let me know if I'm wrong, so all good. But we'll get into this one, kind of a fun one, kind of that rockabilly, underground garage, Little Stevens type of thing going on here with the sound for sure. So it's really fun. Simple chords. I'll walk you through the parts. There is a solo. I'm not going to go note for note, but I'll walk you through just where you can play it and make it your own. And really what I'm kind of doing here is I believe it would be similar type of guitar, Gretsch or a hollow body. I'm just going through my Peavey Classic 50 to 212 with a lot of reverb, which is just keeping it simple. And it's probably, if you have that, you can get this tone as well. You can kind of hear that. So let's just get into this. I'll walk you through some of the chords, some of the riffs. It's only about a 3-minute song, and we'll go from there. So let's dive right in. So it's going to kick off with just 2 chords, an E and a D. All right, those are the chords. The strumming pattern would be kind of like this. I'll play the chords along with it. And all we're doing is we're going back and forth between the E and the D. That's really it. There is another chord progression you can throw in there afterwards when you kind of get going into the riffs, and it'll be just the A into the G. I'm really not playing those chords a whole lot. Look, if it's acoustic guitar by yourself, by all means, it'll probably just sound like this. But typically when I'm playing that A and that G, I'm usually playing the riffs, which we'll get into right now. For me, this riff is a little tricky because it just kind of involves a couple moves that I typically don't do with my fingers, but it's all good. So we're going to start off on... So we're starting off on the A string, 2nd fret. We go to the 4th string, D. Open 1, 2. And those are the notes you're going to be using throughout for this riff. So it's 2nd fret on the 5th string. We go to the 4th string. Open 1, 2. And we're going to hit this D string, 2nd fret a couple times. Open. 2nd on the A string. Okay. We leave it on the the A. I should say the D string. Open D. And it repeats. And you'll hear it. So just listen to that. Then the riff is going to change. And it's really all on the low E string, that riff. I'll try to play it this way, you can kind of see my fingers. All on that 1 string, the low E string, that's that riff right there. So let's put it together. And we change it up. And we repeat it again on the starting on the A string. And then we kind of get into that the chorus. And it's going to be a B7, an A7, and you could hit the E, but I tend to go back into that riff a little bit, and you'll hear that. And there's a hesitation there. Okay, try it again. So it's the B, A7, And you kind of hear a little bit of a hesitation there. Okay? Now there is a riff that you can play along with this. So 3 on 6, open on the 5th string, we open 1, 2. And then we walk it back down the other way. And we start here on the 2nd fret, 5th string. So 2, 2, 1, open. Okay? And you got most of the song right there. So again, let's kind of go through it. The chords. Again, you can do the A and the G if you want to. But I tend to be playing the riffs here for those, you know. Back to it. All right, we got that. To this. And then to this. All right, we got that. And then it's going to go into a bit of a solo. And really, everything we've been playing, especially the solo, is kind of in this E minor blues box. I mean, again, you kind of got the G major as well, but mainly the E minor blues. So it's really going to be these notes here. Okay? So in the solo, again, not note for note, but there's certain little things you'll hear. The key sound you're going to hear in the solo would be, and basically it's just going to be the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and give it a bit of a bend, we'll push it up a little bit. So you're kind of hanging in there. So you can kind of make it your own with those notes from the blues scale. And then there's another riff in there that I tend to hear where it's going to be, it's G string, 3rd string, sliding from 3 to 4, and then open B. You know, so kind of, you definitely got some blues walk downs in there as well. And I think the solo is going to end on this note right here. And you'll hear a couple of those notes where they're kind of hanging on as well. I think this one. Again, not note for note, but it kind of gives you an idea where to go if you want to just jam a little bit. And then I think that's your song right there. I think the last 40 seconds of the tune is just this riff. And then just vocals over that, but I think that's kind of the song right there. It should give you a good, there should be a good roadmap to just learning it, kind of making your own. So we went over the intro chords. We went over the riff. And the secondary riff. Goes back to that B7, A7. You could play an E7, but it's more that riff that comes in that part right there. We went over the solo, and I think that's everything. So, good roadmap. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you have fun with it. All right, I'll see you on the next one.